Okay, so we are going to identify our tree that we've got here and then assess and determine our pruning strategy. So what we have here is a weeping deciduous mulberry tree. It does bear fruit on it, but what we can see is happening with its growth structure is it's wanting to reach out this way for the light, and all of its weight is on that side of the plant, and the trees become very unbalanced. So from a pruning strategy today, what I would like to look at, there's two different ways we could look at pruning this. We could do a really hard cut and prune it back to its bare trunks and expose its gnarly form. Or we can remove, which is probably what I would choose to do, removing a lot of this inner thickness and growth, taking a lot of the weight out of particularly that side of the plant, getting some balance back, but trying to leave a little bit of its natural shape and structure as well. So what we would be doing when we're looking at pruning, we'll be looking at what branches we want to take out, and then we would be pruning them back to an outward facing bud. And that bud will then produces a new leaf or new fruit. Also, what we will look at when we're assessing the tree, on the inside of the tree here, we also have some old dead wood where it's been cut before and it's just had dieback occur. So we can remove some of those limbs as well. If you have the correct pruning material, also a large ladder, we'd probably remove a couple of these really high limbs up the top that are drawing upwards. Because this is more of a weeping structure, we want to keep its structure to weeping. We don't really want upward growth in the plant. I'm going to start with removing some of the weight from this side and a couple of the branches that I want to remove. Then as I'm looking to remove some other smaller limbs here with my secateurs, I'll be looking for some outwards facing buds, and removing them as such. So here we have an example here of a weeping mulberry tree that has been hard or finished pruning. They've taken most of the foliage of the stems back to the main trunk and exposed all its gnarly form, and that will now regrow with as much probably new growth as what the other plant that we had earlier. So yeah, that's another example of how we can be pruning these trees. So once again, I'm just going to finish cleaning up for my pruning. I'm just going to chop them up into small pieces and dispose of in the green bin, just to keep my work site clean and tidy and safe to work in.